All right, I think we are live. All right, great.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, welcome everyone who is tuning in live for this inaugural session for HackX. A lot of you have been waiting for a long time. We crossed 10,000 plus registrations last night, and it's really incredible to see the amount of support and love that everyone is, having for HackX. So we are really excited at Scalar for organizing HackX for all of you, and of course, again, a huge round of welcome to everyone who is tuning in live. We have a lot to cover, so we'll get right into it. But of course, I mean, if anyone has any questions at any point of time, feel free to drop them in the live. And also, the entire team will always be there on Discord as well. So the official communication will be happening on Discord. So make sure that you are active throughout the next 24 to 30 hours on Discord, because all the important announcements will be made over there. But this session today that we're having live is to discuss about a lot of different things. So make sure that you attentively sort of listen to all the things that we are sharing with all of you, and also you invite over all your friends and your team members to also log in and have a look at today's session. So again, a warm welcome to everyone who is joining in right now, and we are really excited to kick off HackX by Scalar. So thank you so much, and I also have Saksham with me. Saksham is sort of the brain behind the entire hackathon. So yeah, let's get started.
Yeah.
So
So let's start, guys. And all the contribution goes to you. Make sure you are ready, enthusiastic. Have a drink in the morning, and let's hack it. Shiva, you can start off with the few introduction, and then we can share you all the details which are needed.
yeah, absolutely. So let me bring up my screen.
Although over the chat, I want your excitement. Show your excitement, how much excited you are for hackers.
All right. So we are live now. So again, just to sort of kickstart the process with a quick introduction about HackX for those who have joined in recently. We are officially starting off right now. The hackathon has officially begun, and the hackathon is a 24-hour long hackathon. We officially started just 2 to 3 minutes back, and the hackathon will officially end at 11:59 a.m. tomorrow. That is on Sunday. Now, of course, the official means of communication, everything will be happening via Discord. So if you are still looking out for teammates, or you have any queries, you want to connect with mentors, everything that will be taking place via Discord. So feel free to join the Discord and ask your queries, or just interact on Discord. Now, basically there are a lot of things to cover. We were running this referrals program for bringing referrals. So basically we're awarding those who were bringing referrals. You could use the referral code to basically use and get registrations. So we had that in running. But of course, apart from that, the most important things that we wanted to share are, first of all, the four different categories that we have. So basically, the tracks that we are going to be having are including finance, health, education, and entertainment. And very soon, I'll also be officially announcing all the prompt statements as well that we have designed for all of you to have a look at. And those are all based on these specific tracks. So make sure that your hacks that you make, the projects that you're making, do align with at least one of these tracks. If you are having any project that is outside the track, then that won't be counted. And of course, some of the most important things about HackX include that HackX is really open for everyone, right? Hackathon is an inclusive space, and that is what we are having at HackX as well. So whether you are an absolute beginner, or you have had 10, 20 years of professional experience, you are more than welcome to start uh, participating in today's hackathon, right? And of course, the most important thing is that we will not allow any pre contributions that you might have made, or some projects you have started, the project has to be built during the entire
Yes.
hackathon itself. Yeah. And of course we do have a lot of amazing prizes for all of you as well. And the best prizes will be receiving award worth 30,000 rupees for the first prize. Second prize winners will be getting award worth rupees 15,000. Third prize winners overall will be getting prizes worth 7,500. Then we also have for, different types of prizes for up to the top 50 teams that will be there,
Yeah.
including Amazon gift vouchers for for from places 4th to 10th, goodie hampers from 11th to 20th, and t-shirts from 21st to 50th. But
Yeah, and
that's not the
every
only.
team member would be getting it. So if you have five members in your team, you will be getting five smartwatches if you are in first place. That's
Absolutely.
30,000. And we have special category prizes as well.
Yeah, we also have special category awards that will be decided. Again, making sure that we are all about inclusivity. So whether you are trying to create some kind of a mastermind project, so we have one for best jugaad project, we have for beginners as well. So if you are a complete beginner to hackathons, we have a special prize for all of you. Then for lone wolves, you're not alone.
Yeah.
You will be also receiving a special prize, especially for those who are participating as a lone wolf. Then, of course, keeping diversity in mind, we have a special award for the best all female team, and of course,
Shoot out to them.
yeah, and we also have basically a prize for the most innovative idea. And keeping in mind basically the open source love and the open source culture that we are trying to develop, we are introducing formally the scalar open source program for the hackathon. So basically a few of the projects from the hackathon will receive support by the scalar open source team for at least 1 year, where your project that you build will be homegrown and will be mentored by folks like Arnav and myself from the open source team at Scalar. And yeah, I mean, those are just some of the things. But of course, who can forget? We have amazing career partners with us. So special thanks to Z, Dunzo, MPL, ABM Knowledgeware, and Akamai, who are going to be the career partners for this hackathon. And make sure that you do keep in mind that the special winners, and of course people who make really impactful projects, will get the chance to at least get
Yes.
interactions with our career partners, and get potentially get a chance to get an interview for an internship or full-time role. So make sure to also be able to use that opportunity as well. And yeah, apart from that, most of the things are also going to be shared inside of the Discord. And we have a huge number of mentors that are especially there to help you out. A lot of these are really experienced folks from the community, so we'll be coming on to the mentors really soon. But without wasting any further time, Saksham, do you think it's the time to dive into the problem statements?
Definitely.
Absolutely.
As Shivai told, we have four themes. So the problem statement lie under these four themes only. And the best part would be we have made open innovation for only these four things. So you can create a project with your own idea, but it should lie under the four themes. The four themes are health, education, entertainment, and finance. So
Yeah.
Shivai has shared the screen. Shivai, can you zoom screen a little bit?
Yeah. Let me know if it's better.
Yeah, it's good.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So as I told you, we have four themes. Now Shivai will be telling you about the judgment criteria and the what all problem statements we have.
yeah. Thank you so much, Saksham. So as we had already discussed just before this, that the official themes that we have for the hackathon include finance, health, education, and entertainment. And again, make sure that the submissions that all of you make are based on these themes. Now, the judging criteria sort of includes how feasible is your project. So what that means is that the projects that you make should be feasible not only in terms of the technology, but also in terms of how feasible they are in terms of the business idea. For example, of course, I mean, you might have a really great idea, but is it actually usable by, let's say if you're making a social impactful idea, so whether it's actually usable by humans, right? So keep in mind these criterias when you're building your project. So that includes the feasibility, what is the utility of the project that you're building. Keep in mind that it should have a good user experience, and of course we'll be also looking at the overall implementation of the project that all of you are building. Now, coming specifically to the problem statements that we have curated specially for all of you for some of these themes. So feel free to have a crack at these problem statements. So starting with education, these are some of the problem statements that we have designed for all of you. Let me quickly also just zoom in a bit more. So some of the problem statements that we have designed for all of you include how can we replace the human connect lost through social distancing. So we know that with um, this pandemic that started last year, we really have this been virtually, but of course we have had a lot of solutions that has helped us to connect virtually. But how can we actually make it a bit more sort of have a personal connect as well? So that's something that you could probably have a look at. Then we have the next one as create a progressive web application which will make the virtual classes more interactive. This is probably along the lines of the previous problem statement, because a lot of students, especially in colleges and in schools today, are still taking part in virtual classes. So how can we make these virtual class environments more interactive for the students and for the professors or the teachers, right? So you can probably think of an idea regarding this and create a web application or a progressive application. Then you can try to build an augmented reality or a virtual reality product that actually makes you feel that you're working in person, right? Because today we have seen that sometimes people get depressed because of just sitting at their home alone. So how can we make them feel a bit more sort of that yes, they are actually not alone and they're working in person. And you can also create a badge generator or a sort of a photo booth. You could also create applications that actually help college students get better. This could be in terms of being able to utilize some kind of an application that helps them to in their learning journey or helps them become more productive, right? Or you could also make some kind of an attendance based system that uses facial recognition system for online attendance, and makes sure that there is no mishap happening. So apart from that, we also have a few curated ones for finance. So of course this time we are really looking forward to a lot of projects that involve blockchain or NFTs, right? Because that's really the craze that we are seeing today. So of course with fintech, we have things like a social networking platform for NFTs, because we know that NFTs are all the craze right
Yeah,
now. So why not just build a social network where you can share about NFTs, people buying new NFTs or sharing new NFTs. So yeah, I mean it's like going to be sort of heaven for NFT lovers. Or you could try to build some kind of secure systems for online payments, or build some kind of stronger encryption algorithms, knowing that yes, everything today is now online, right? Try to build some kind of fraud detection systems for finances, right? Create some kind of a financial assistant that can recommend you based
security
on
is
your.
very important nowadays.
Absolutely, Saksham. Like security cannot be compromised. We are seeing a lot of hacking taking place, and especially since everything is now turning out to be virtual, how can we
Yeah,
make more secure systems? Absolutely. And or I mean, you could even go ahead and build an application to actually educate students about financial planning, because I'm not really aware of any such kind of an application, and something like this could actually turn out to be really good for students, especially today. Then we also have a few different ideas for entertainment. So why not create a creative application, bring out the internal artist from your side, and create some kind of a application that uses AI and combines AI with music and art. I am a huge lover for TensorFlow, so probably you could use Magenta, that is basically creating music out of machine learning with TensorFlow. Then of course, since it's entertainment cannot exist without humor. So why not just go ahead and create the most humorous hack? Or you could build a Discord bot for fun and engaging Discord activities. This could be a really great hack for the Discord community of more than 70,000 members that we have. So huge shout out to the Discord, Scalar Discord community as well. Or let's say you can create something that helps you to engage with the community, that probably could randomly select people from Discord and allow conversation or one-to-one conversation, something that like is very similar to how Lunch Club works. Or you could build a really engaging AR VR game, right? Or you could build a solution that provides a unique entertainment experience by having a mix of different kind of technologies, AI, IoT. Or you could also create a hack that actually helps to improve the mood of people, right? And then of course we also have a few ideas in mind with respect to health as well. So why not just create a smarter surveillance system in healthcare? Or let's say being able to create a great virtual health assistant, given that with this pandemic we are not really having access to healthcare systems immediately. And how can we improve the medical and emergency related issues and that communication that can really help save lives of people? Then how can we probably utilize AR or VR in hospitals? And then, for example, how can we create touchless experiences in hospitals with a system to meet people from wherever they are, right? Not being able to go directly into a hospital, how can we create those kind of communications with hospitals? But of course these are just some of the problem statements that we have created for all of you. We have specially curated for all of you. But do keep in mind that we are allowing open innovation. So that what that means is that if you are not comfortable, or if you have some idea in mind outside of these problem statements, you can definitely go ahead and make projects on open innovation. But make sure again that all the projects that you build are adhering to these four specific themes that we have had for you. Again, repeating that the four themes that we have include finance, health, education, and entertainment. So make sure that you can either go and use one of these problem statements, or you can also build a project idea that you have, a original project idea of your own. But make sure that it does adhere to the themes that we have. Do you have anything apart from this to add on to the problem statement section?
No. Just to give a heads up to all the participants, you can do open innovation under these four themes. So if you have
Yeah,
any idea which is except these problem statements which we have given, you can build your own idea and work, but it should lie under these four themes. Innovation allowed, but under health, education, finance, and entertainment only.
yeah,
We won't entertain any other domain if you build something related to very differently, which are not under these four domains. If I talk about agriculture or into some other domain, we won't be accepting those projects.
absolutely. Yeah. So I guess we can proceed now. So of
Yes,
course,
yes.
yeah, all of you would be receiving emails with the problem statements, but the problem statement link is already live on the GitHub official GitHub repository, where all of you will be submitting your projects. So you can go into the README and find the problem statements. Under the problem statements and submission guidelines, you can find the link for the problem statements that we have curated for all of you. So feel free to go to the GitHub link. We'll be also sharing the GitHub link in the YouTube live as well. So you can also have a look at the submission guidelines as well. So we actually had a session just last night on how to submit your projects at HackX. But just for those who couldn't join last night, we have also shared the video as well, so you can go through it to understand in depth on how to submit your video. So we have created a special walkthrough video, but just I'm going to be just very quickly going over the guidelines very quickly again. So within this document, in which we have also shared about the problem statements, we have shared stepwise submission on how you have to basically follow each and every step to submit your projects. the first and foremost thing with respect to the prerequisites that are required, the first one is that we would ideally, sort of recommend all of you to build your projects and collaborate on your projects on GitHub. Now, in case you are not having much experience with GitHub, we can share a few links with all of you on how to basically build your projects on GitHub, how to collaborate with your teammates using Git. So ideally, we would want, or we would recommend all of you to, host your projects on GitHub. In case you're not able to do so for some reason, you can upload your code on platform like a Google Drive link or somewhere else, but make
Yes.
sure that the final project that you submit, right, which will actually have your program, your code, your source code, should be public, because the code will be reviewed by the judges. So make sure that the final project that you submit should be publicly accessible at the time that you submit your project. That is, the final deadline, again I'm repeating, is 11:59 a.m. at on 10th of October, that is tomorrow, and we'll not be accepting any other submissions
After
after
that, right?
11:59 a.m. So that is the final time to submit and also edit your projects. So any project that is edited after 11:59 a.m. will not be accepting that. Of course, so the first step is that make sure that you have a publicly accessible link for the hackathon projects that you're submitting. Then do keep in mind there are a few prerequisites that you have to keep in mind before you make the submission.
Submitting
So
a
of
project.
course, yeah, before you submit the project. So the first one is the code link. Again, the code link, basically your source code for the hackathon submission that you're making. The link for it should be ready. Whether the link could be a GitHub repository link, or as I mentioned, like a Google Drive, or some wherever you're hosting your project. And the next one is that you should build, basically you should create a PPT for the project, and we have officially created a sample PPT for all of you. So it has basically these slides, such as your project name, theme, then like the problem statement, the solution, impact. So it can include all of these different things, such as future prospects, innovation, and feasibility. So what you can do is you can create basically a copy of this, right, and just create your own version from out of it. So this is sample presentation that we have created for all of you. So feel free to use this PPT, and go ahead and use this as your sample based PPT. Then the next thing that you have to create is a demo video. So ideally, the demo video could be of 2 to 5 minutes in duration, and this demo video should include things like where you give an introduction about the project, what exactly is the project all about. If you have a demo, make sure to add basically the demo or the demonstration of your project inside of the video. Keep in mind that the video language that you use in the video should be in English, to keep it sort of standardized for everyone.
Help
uh,
managers to judge it properly.
exactly, yeah. And also make sure that the file name that you give is a team name, whatever your team name is, _/HackX. And again, you can host this video on either YouTube or Google Drive. Probably YouTube might be the best. You can create a public or a unlisted link, and share the video link with us. And
Yes.
finally, if you have like a working prototype, and you have hosted your working prototype somewhere on the internet or somewhere, right, it could be like, let's say, a Google Drive, or it could be a live website, like let's say if you have created a web application. If you have a demo link available, that would also be great. Again, it's optional, because we do understand that not everyone might be able to deploy or might be
Right.
able to present their demonstration. So if you do have that, that's something that is optional. And finally, now coming on to the actual submissions. Now, one thing again to keep in mind is that the submissions that you make, before you make those, make sure that you do go through the rules. So the rules are there inside of the GitHub repository, right, and the code of conduct. So the rules include things like the maximum permissible size that should be there, and of course, as we've already mentioned, that all the projects should be built during the hackathon itself. Now you can use open source frameworks, libraries inside of your project. For example, if you're building a web application, you could use React, you could use like Bootstrap, all of those things. But just make sure that you do mention about any open source and you give due credibility, due credit to
Yeah,
that open source codes that you're using.
it
And
should
the
come
final,
with you.
exactly. And we have also mentioned some of the other rules and the judging criteria as well, but also make sure that you definitely go through the code of conduct, because the hackathon is a safe space for everyone, and we are keeping it inclusive for everyone. So in case you see anyone violate any of the specific code of conduct, feel free to report that instance to the organizers for the hackathon, right? Will be there throughout on Discord. So if you feel
Yes.
discomfort, like if you feel any kind of discomfort and you want to report any issue, feel free to do so. But make sure that each and everyone goes through the code of conduct before making their final
Yeah.
submissions. Yeah,
If anyone feels any violation or getting spams or getting bad words from any other team member, any other teams which from yours, or if you feel anything which is being wrong, you can always report to any of the admins of Discord server. You can go there, you can ping me, Shivai, or Jatin as well. So make sure you do this because this is something to make everyone safe here. And this hackathon is just for fun, learning, and getting prizes, and not doing something which is under the code of conduct.
yeah, absolutely. And very quickly coming on to now, so of course, so far what we have covered is how can you make your project, how where can you host your project, and then making sure that you have all these different things that includes your code link, the PPT, and the demonstration video, right? And optionally the demo link. Once you have all of this ready and you have gone through the code of conduct and rules, now let's say it's the time for you to submit your project. And the way you're going to be submitting the project is via creating a GitHub issue on the official Scalar HackX repository. So the repository link is given over here. So you can basically go to github.com/scalar academy/HackX submissions. So when it will be time to basically make a submission, what you have to do is you have to go to the issues section. So let me just quickly just zoom in a bit. Yeah. So basically, you have to go to the issues section, and once you go to the issues section, you will have to click on this new issue, right? And as soon as you click on this new issue, you will find basically this template for hackathon submission, right? So you have to click on get started. Again, I'll repeat the steps once more. So once you are ready to make your final submission, you have to go to the issues section, right? And you have to click on new issue, and you'll find this template already there which says hackathon submission. So you have to click on get started. Now you'll find certain details that you have to fill out while creating this template. And again, make sure that you definitely follow this template that we have created for you, right? So you'll have to fill in some important informations, including your team name. So basically, this section that I am highlighting is basically the title of the issue that you're creating. So in this, you'll replace the team name with the actual team name that you have. For example, let's say my team name is sample HackX team name, let's say.
This is
And
just you
then,
have to see the details. We have given the heading, team name,
yeah,
project name. You just have to fill the details in front of them.
yeah,
Select your theme which you have chosen. Select your problem statement which you have chosen, and just fill it. It's very easy. So just you have to
yeah.
check it out and fill it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then what you have to fill is also additional information about the project within this text area that you see. So for example, whatever theme you have selected, you can add it over here. You can
Yeah.
add your project name over here. You can give a short one-liner description. You can give the team name that you have provided over here. Then you have to mention your team members and their GitHub handles over here, right, in this section. then you can provide the demo link that includes both the demo video and basically the like let's say if you have a live demonstration link for your application, you can add both of them over here, right? And then you have to give the PPT or the presentation link over here. Then the repository link is basically wherever you're hosting your code. It could be the Git repository or a Google Drive link. Then you have to give a short pitch. So this considers like let's say if you were demonstrating your project to someone in person in front of you, like to a to a judge, how do you present your project? So you can just write a short pitch or what exactly your project does over here. And if you want to add any other specific details about your project, you can add over there. And make sure that you go through and fill all the checklist items, right? So basically the things that we want all of you to complete is that you follow the issue title format and you have provided all the details correctly inside of the issue. So basically this is like a checklist. So if you
Yeah.
have made sure or you have ensured that yes, you have filled in everything correctly, what you just have to do is basically add a cross. So as soon as you'll add a cross, if you look like if you preview this, you'll find that you can see a tick mark. If you do not add the cross mark, what it will show is that you have not completed one of the steps. So basically whichever step you complete, you just have to add a cross, and that basically means that yes, you have basically you know checked off
I
that particular.
completed that.
Yeah, you have completed that checklist item. And we have provided basically the code of conduct as well. And apart from, in addition to creating a GitHub issues for your project, we also have provided this Google form which you have to fill in. So I'll just quickly open it up and I'll just share with everyone.
Yeah, and this is very much important. Filling a Google form is the last step, but it is most important step.
Yeah, so we'll be officially opening it up very soon after this presentation is over. But we're just asking for a very few details, including the team lead, email, team lead name, then the GitHub issue link. So how would you get your GitHub issue link? It's basically whichever issue that you create, right? Basically, as soon as I will, let's say I'll check this out, right? And I'll just let's say I just check this out and I submit my issue. So basically, as soon as I submit my issue, this is the issue number. So as you can see that this is issue number 4, right? So I have to provide this link. I'll copy this link and I'll add it to my Google, basically this Google form
Form.
that I've created.
Yes.
So you
Just
can.
give me 5 minutes, Shiva. I'll just open the Google form and then you can also show them the process how to fill the Google form.
Sure. Yeah. And as you can see, basically, as I checked all these checklist items, you can see that my 4 tasks are done, right? So make sure that you follow and you submit all these checklist items, otherwise it won't be considered. And of course, one thing to keep in mind is that once you have made the like basically you have added this issue, you can always go ahead and edit it as well, right? Let's say for
Yes,
example you
definitely.
forgot to add something, so you can always go back and edit it. But again, the final time to edit it would be at 11:59 a.m., right? So
AM, right?
I had
And
basically created. Yeah.
for the Google form as well, it's same. If you want to do the edit, you can do it. Should I go with the Google form link and I've opened it, so you can tell them the process.
Yeah. And just for
Google form
for
link is
everyone.
provided on GitHub submission repo, so it is in the process. I will also be sharing the Google form link on Discord.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So this is actually one of the sample, submissions that I had created. So you can see the team name, project name, theme, and I've added all these information, all these details, right? So you can have a look at this. This will be included in the walkthrough video that we have created for all of you. But yeah, I mean that's what we have, and of course, the Google form link has been made live now. So the things that you will be required to share would be your email. The team leader has to basically fill this Google form, and also keep in mind that the team leader is the one who would be creating the GitHub issue for everyone, right? For the entire team. So the team leader only has to create the GitHub issue and has to fill the Google form as well. So you have to fill in the information such as the team leader name, team leader email, phone number, what is your team name, what is your project name, what is the theme selected, and the GitHub issue link. So make sure that you provide the final GitHub issue link that you have created, that you'll be getting from this link that you create for yourself, right? So this is basically the link that you have to basically fill. So I'll copy this, and this is what you have to basically submit over here. But of course, the rest of the details are self-explanatory. Like you have to just fill the basic details about the team lead, your project name, theme selected, and then you have to submit this Google form. So as part of the final submission, you have to create a GitHub issue, right, with the relevant name and fill out the relevant details, and you have to
Yes.
also fill the Google form. And once you have done
Right.
that, you have successfully submitted your project for HackX.
Right. And before that, before doing all the submission, just sit down, see all the problem statements, select problem statement, work on idea. This is something which you have to do after you build your project. So make sure you are ready with the project after the session. Just uh, go on with your laptop, have a call with your team, and start building a project. You can submit this even tonight or in the morning as well, because you need some time to build the project. And of course, do share all the things on social media, like if you are talking with your friends, or show excitement on Twitter, LinkedIn as well.
Yeah, pretty much. And yeah, I guess that covers the submission part. Again,
Yeah.
feel free to ask any questions for those who want to have a much more in-depth idea. We have uploaded yesterday's session video for the walkthrough, but we have pretty much covered more or less everything. But if you still have any questions, feel free to add them on Discord, and we'll be more than happy to take up your questions as well. Now, of course, apart from that, the thing that I wanted to cover, I guess, Saksham, we can move on to the mentors, right? So
Yes.
we have, yeah, we have selected and we have invited over a lot of different mentors for all of you for different kind of technologies, right? So as this is, a hackathon, you can really work on any kind of technologies, any kind of programming language that you want. There is no restriction whatsoever, right? So you'll find mentors with expertise in machine learning, data science, web, blockchain, AR, VR, app development, web development, everything, right? And you can we have dedicated sections in the Discord. So let me quickly just also open the Scalar Discord. So let me quickly just open it up. So we have created dedicated space for basically, for the Discord. On Discord, we have created dedicated space, which you'll find over here in HackX. So you'll find all these voice channels, and also in the Meet Mentors, you can ask your questions over here inside of the Meet Your Mentors channel, and you can connect one to one with the mentors in these voice channels that we have created for all of you. So these are dedicated spaces where you can connect with the mentors and ask your queries if you're running into any specific issues, right? And make sure to ask your questions. The mentors will be available shortly as soon as you get started with creating your projects. So you can ask any of those questions over here. The mentors
Right.
would
All
be
your
available
problems will be
post.
solved by
Yeah,
mentors. So we
absolutely.
have mentors from Amazon, Google, and with really good experience, as well as people who are doing into community. And also we would be there, me, the Shivai, and all of the team members of HackX who are there in the backend organizing it. So we would be there helping you for all your queries. You can give us do on support HackX chat. You can ask there, and for all the mentors, the technical queries or something regarding the project, you can come here over the Meet Mentors channel.
Yeah,
And,
pretty much.
and the most important thing is to join the Discord channel if you haven't, because this would be the major space to have all the communication.
Yeah. And of course, I mean, as part of the submission, it's not required that you build a complete end-to-end project. We do understand that 24 hours is a short time, right? I mean, considering that some projects take up to 1 year, 2 years, or months to build. What you should focus on is creating a good POC. POC is basically a proof of concept that basically What that means is that whatever project that you build is able to cover the most important aspect of whatever you want to build. Of course, you don't have to focus on getting it completed end to end. You should just focus on the learning aspect, learn a new few technologies,
Yes,
collaborate with your
definitely.
teammates, and build a project. So even if you don't complete your project, you can still submit it, right? There is no
Yes.
like
No
given
restriction. If you
point.
just made a web page as well for a project, you can submit it. If you
Yeah.
are doing into some other technology, if I say RPA or cloud, you can share this all those things which you have built. If it is deployed, you can share it. And anything which you have built, if you are not able to, if it is database queries, you can give your queries and what all things which you have done, just share it. The mentors will be evaluating through your demo video as well.
Yeah,
Google Form
absolutely.
link is in GitHub submission link, so that is only required once you have all the things. So don't worry about it. Once you start the GitHub submission, you will find that link at the end of the issue. So don't worry about Google Form link right now.
Yeah. So again, like just for the spirit of a hackathon, the focus for all of you should not be on completing the project, but really just making sure that you're able to at least create the main essence of the project, right? So
Yes,
the POC is what we are really looking out for. You're not looking for a complete end-to-end market-ready, production-ready project, right? It should just be able to focus on whatever is the main essence of the project that you're building. So yeah, I mean that is also one thing to keep in mind. Saksham, anything else that we are missing out on?
yes.
Would you want to
Just
cover?
few points I just want to share. There is no restriction in terms of technology. No restriction. If you want to build anything in terms of iOS, Android, or something which anyone from us have never heard about and you got to know yesterday, you can build it. Second point is for the GitHub submission, we have shared you the link. The Google Form link is in that. So all the resources are being shared you on a single link. Make sure you all see that the four links which are important for is Discord link. The other one is GitHub submission link. The third one is Notion document, which is more important for all the problem statement you can get. And the fourth link is the yesterday's workshop on how to submit your project. So all the links are being shared on this Discord. Will share it soon. You might be receiving a detailed email with all these four links as well. So to that email you can check out and after the session just get it up, select a problem statement or get a problem statement you want and start working on it with your team. Uh, and let's hack it. Let's see who all will win. Winning is not much important. Everyone will get something out of it, either learning, either opportunities. We have career partners. So career partners will also see projects which are not in top 10, 15, 20. We would be sharing them the projects and they would be might invite you if you did not win something as well. So make sure you submit your project. Anything you made, any technology, if it's just a web page as well, just submit it properly. That is more important for us now. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was only.
And yes, again, the links for each and everything that we have, including the sample PPT, the problem statements, walkthrough video, everything is available on the GitHub as well. And we'll be sharing
GitHub and
for
Notion.
everyone's Notion. Yeah.
Yes.
And we'll
We
be
are
sharing.
sharing it again once again.
Yeah.
We are sharing all the links once again.
Yeah.
Sample demo PPT is on GitHub only. So if you after this call you just have read all the links, you will get to know everything clear. I'm sharing the link again.
So if anyone has any specific questions, feel free to again ask.
Yes.
You know, in the Discord, we'll be more than happy to take up any queries.
Any query you can ask on chat right now.
Yeah, I think you can still create a team right now, but make sure that if you're adding team members, you'll have to fill this team registration form, right?
Shiva, just to update, the team uh,
Okay,
leaders form is being closed at 8
okay,
a.m. morning. So
okay.
if you have registered and haven't filled the form, you can still participate by doing it individually, but you can't edit your team or update. There is no modification can be done in the team. If you have filled the
Okay.
form, it's good. If you haven't, you can also submit it. But again, you can do it individually, not in a team.
Yeah, of course. Everyone can start. The hackathon has officially
Right now,
started at
right after this call.
10. Yeah.
And I want lots of query on Discord regarding your what you are building. I just want some screenshot of what you have built till now at 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. Just keep engaging on Discord. Share it what you have done so that we'll get motivated. You will also get motivated if you have built something. And keep
Absolutely.
interacting with mentors from 12 p.m. They would be available for you. So just for now 1 hour, just decide your idea, what problem statement will be doing, build a plan on it, what all things will be doing, and let's start.
Yep.
Yeah. Anything else, guys? Questions? Just keep it on chat. We'll just quickly answer. Yes, data science definitely. I said any technology, anything which is there, and if you do want to do something related to design, also you are allowed in terms of what to build health model which can help to designs. You are allowed to anything. ML, data science, everything. You you can share the data set link and the code. Yes, you can participate individually, but not as a team. Team name, it's on you. So if you are individual, you can create your team name or give your name as your team name also. You can use API. API is the best way to get data to integrate everything. So API is the
Yeah.
best help here. Yes, team name you should be give any team name if you are an individual. Any other queries, guys? And let's end it. We also want to give you some time to select your problem statement or select what you want to do. If you are doing open innovation, it should be under those four themes only. If you have never used GitHub, just create a account on GitHub. You can check the video which I have shared, and we will be doing a specific session on GitHub after HackX. So till now, if you haven't used it, you just have to click on the issue link. You just have to submit the details. It's just that uh, till now you can consider it as a text editor. You know how to edit the text and keep it there. So don't worry about that if you don't know GitHub. You will learn it. It's just a 10-minute thing. Yes, you can own your own. You can use your own template as well. You can for a Discord team name. If you forget, you can ping on Discord. Yes, so you have to upload your code on your profile only and give the link of code. You have to upload the code on either GitHub or Google Drive or any other place where we can access it. Treasure Hunt will be announcing it on Discord if you are doing it. Anything else, guys?
The timing is still 11:59 a.m. on 10th
Right.
of October, the final deadline.
And if you don't know to use Discord, just log in. It's just a platform to have a chat. There are multiple channels. You once you go there, you can explore. It will not take more than 5 minutes. You can't modify or join a team right now. Uh,
The problem
the
statements
project
are already.
submission, yeah, the project should be submitted by the team leader. It's not specific that code should be on the team leader's handle only.
Yep.
PPT is necessary, either PPT or a document. It's on you. Problem statements we have already shared, Nikhil. So you will be getting an email as well. So check out there as well. If you forgot your team name, just share it on Discord. We have sent the email. You will be receiving it soon. Yes, you can use Media 5. If it is allowed to use an API and get data from website, yes, you can. Code should be on any GitHub profile. It's not that team leader, but the project should be submitted by team leader only. Yes, registration are closed right now. Today we are doing with the hackathon. Yes, you can use front-end template, but you should include your innovation in it. Anything else, guys, or let's end in next 2 minutes. Yes, you can submit the Playground project. Last date of project submission is tomorrow, 11:59 a.m. Any other query you can ask here on our Discord. If you haven't filled the team leader form, you can submit the project, but individually. PPT can be Google Slide or Microsoft PPT. Yes, you can use uh, the application which you mentioned. Yes. Yeah, if you have anything else, you can go there on Discord and ask your question. We would be ending it soon, any time in 1 or 2 minutes. So if there anything else, just ask on Discord. Yes, first we need to submit a code on your GitHub. Then go on GitHub repository of Scalar, which is given to you. Click a new issue, edit the details, submit it, fill the Google form, and that's it. You can either give a PPT or a document if it's necessary. No, you have to submit all the things at a single point only, PPT, video, and code. You need to make a video of your project, live project, how it's working. Yes, you can use Streamit.